The biodiesel and renewable diesel industries have experienced tremendous growth over the past decade, and U.S. agriculture has risen to the challenge of providing those increasing supplies of raw materials, or feedstocks as we would call them. And now producers have new options, new oil seeds that provide the same environmental benefits as cover crops and new income opportunities. Crops such as CoverCress, which can be grown in the Midwest.
About 4 years ago, we started working with CoverCress on developing the seed production side of it, and it's actually came into our operation as a few acres, giving us some diversity in income, but also learning how to manage cover crop practices and still being core to what we do in the seed production, since we're raising the seed for CoverCress. It brings in another revenue source in months when we're not collecting any money on the farm. They've been great partners, and that's been a journey and a learning that kind of the first year has kind of talked about. Is this is going to be a journey, kind of developing a new crop, developing this agronomic system so that when we get done with harvest, what do we need to do to the stalks, the residue, to get it to be able to plant and get that good seed to soil contact, and also watching the weather so that we have the right rain patterns coming in so that we get that right amount of moisture on it as we sow it in the fall.
The CoverCress business started out of a project that was developed from the USDA to seek out alternate crops that could be used for biofuels or renewable fuels. And CoverCress is one of those that was founded that could be used to that. So the derivation of it was from a weed called field pennycress, and it was realized that that crop produced oil that was good enough to be used for a renewable biodiesel. What made field pennycress unique is that it didn't have to compete with corn and soybeans when it was grown. It grows after the previous corn or soybean crop was harvested, and it grows on land that otherwise wouldn't be used, or idle land in the winter months. And so that fits into an overall sustainability plan that we're not competing with corn or soybeans, which would be other fuel components in the crop. So it's unique in that sense. And then because it is a new crop, it has the unique traits. We can piggyback on other processes that farmers are doing today. If they're doing a fertilizer application in a fall, we could piggyback our seeding, or if they're doing a tillage pass, we can seed in that tillage pass. So that those lower carbon or lower energy use passes help us to fit into a lower carbon intensity rating and helping the whole overall regenerative ag sustainability.